Sometimes the most profound lessons come from the most embarrassing moments. Let me tell you about a day that started with ambition and ended with a very wet pair of pants. So there I was, feeling inspired and ready to conquer the world. I decided it was the perfect day to start my new fitness journey. I laced up my brand new running shoes, did a few half-hearted stretches, and set off on what I thought would be a triumphant jog around the block. Now, I'm not exactly known for my athletic prowess. My idea of a workout usually involves lifting a remote control and pressing play on my favorite show. But hey, everyone has to start somewhere, right? So, I hit the pavement, feeling like a champion. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and I was on top of the world. About halfway through my run, I felt a slight twinge in my bladder. No big deal, I thought. I can handle this. After all, I was on my way to becoming the next fitness guru. But as I continued, that twinge quickly escalated into a full-blown emergency. I was too far from home to turn back and too far from anywhere else to find a bathroom. Panic set in. I picked up the pace, hoping to make it back in time. But let's be real, I'm not exactly Usain Bolt. And then it happened. Right there, in the middle of my neighborhood, I peed my pants. Yep, you heard that right. Full on, no holds barred, like a toddler who just couldn't make it to the potty in time. I stood there mortified, praying that no one had seen me. But of course, this is suburbia. Someone is always watching. I could almost feel the eyes of Mrs. Jenkins from across the street, probably peeking through her curtains and dialing up the neighborhood gossip hotline. Did you see Jay? He just had an accident right there on the sidewalk. Fantastic. So, what did I do? I did what any self-respecting adult would do. I pretended like nothing happened. I straightened up, wiped the sweat from my brow, and finished my run with as much dignity as I could muster, which, let's be honest, wasn't much at that point. When I finally made it back home, I collapsed on the couch, utterly defeated. My dog looked at me with a mix of pity and confusion, like he couldn't believe what he'd just witnessed. I couldn't even look him in the eye. But here's the thing. Life is full of these moments. Moments where we think we've got it all figured out, only to be brought down by something as simple as a poorly timed jog. It's humbling, really, and maybe that's the point. Maybe we need these little reminders that we're not as in control as we think we are. In the Bible, there's a verse in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9 that says, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." I think about that a lot, especially on days like this. We can make all the plans we want, but sometimes life has other ideas. And sometimes those ideas involve a very public, very embarrassing lesson in humility. So, the next time you lace up your running shoes and head out for a jog, take a moment to consider your bathroom situation. Trust me, it's worth it. And if you ever find yourself in a similar predicament, just remember, you're not alone. We've all been there. Well, maybe not exactly there, but you get the idea. And who knows, maybe one day you'll look back on it and laugh. Or at least, you'll have a great story to tell, just like me.